Hey guys, welcome back to the Ask Mario Show. This is episode 34, and in this episode, we're gonna talk about intermittent fasting. And this topic is actually one that I got a lot of questions on because on my blog, shockyfit.com, I have an article written about Leangains because I did intermittent fasting of this style, and I had an article that ranked quite high in Google search. So I got a lot of questions coming in. And one came in yesterday, which kind of, I guess, just pushed me to make a video about it because I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to intermittent fasting and how to apply fasting in your diets and if it's all worth and all of that. So let me read out the question to you guys. It's quite an interesting one. So the question came from Mark, and Mark is wondering, hey Mario, I've been trying to do this intermittent fasting for a few months already, but I'm just too hungry in the morning, so I have to start eating, and then I start my 8-hour window, and then afterwards in the evening I have to stop eating at 4 p.m. because I'm outside of my window and don't have any meals left. So that's the summary. It goes quite long into the whole story why he's hungry, he can't do his training because after work he eats in the morning, and it's all painful for him. So what is the bottom line of intermittent fasting? I tell this to all my clients, I tell this to every single person that has ever emailed me about the topic. The bottom line is it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter if you can still get results regardless of you eat every 2 or 3 hours, or if you had an 8-hour eating window with 16 hours of fast. Why intermittent fasting is a cool thing to do is if you've been trapped by the whole bodybuilding dogma of eating every 2 to 3 hours, then intermittent fasting was kind of like freeing you up from the chains and from freeing you up from the slavery of carrying meals around with you and being kind of worrying about, oh, am I getting my protein every 2 hours, or my muscle is gonna fall off, I'm gonna start getting fat. You know, that was the kind of the time when the whole intermittent fasting became popular, was where kind of bodybuilding hit a peak, like the fitness industry hit a peak, and there was too many proponents of like, you need to eat every 2 hours, you need to spike that insulin, you're gonna go catabolic if you don't eat every 3 hours. So the intermittent fasting came in and swooped off and said, look, here's some studies, here's some research that you don't need to eat that frequent, and you can get away with eating only within an 8-hour eating window, right? And it was pretty effective in a sense that it kind of pushed the industry forward because it added extra focus on the daily intake, right? That the daily intake is all that it matters, like how many calories you eat within a 24-hour period. Are your macronutrients set up properly? Are you eating enough protein? Are you managing your whole diet? Because a lot of the people, I mean, they don't see the forest because they saw the first tree, right? They're like, oh yeah, I need to focus on some magic supplement. I need to focus on CLA, omega-3 or some other stuff, while neglecting the basic stuff, which is pretty much tracking your whole calorie intake and tracking your daily macros. So for Mark here, for example, he was trying to enforce the intermittent fasting, which was kind of going against his lifestyle, right? If your lifestyle doesn't allow you to do fasting, if you're just the kind of person that just wakes up hungry, do just the normal thing, right? Eat 3 to 4 meals, spread out throughout the day, maybe every 4 hours or something like that, just to get that protein spread around the day. That's the most nutrient timing you should ever worry about if you're not like an elite athlete who might actually have to consider some intra-workout stuff, maybe post-workout, pre-workout, some specialties. But if you're just a guy who's pursuing to look really good, to be strong, be able to perform the best you can, reasonably accounting that you have a busy lifestyle, maybe a family, maybe like a very active social life, other hobbies, other stuff, you don't really need to worry about it so much, right? You just keep tracking of your daily macros, keep tracking of your daily calories, use tools like MyFitnessPal that is free, available to you. You can use it right now. You're gonna get amazing results. And the reason why I'm emphasizing so much on this, because a lot of guys, they're like, oh, should I do intermittent fasting? But I asked them, okay, are you tracking your calories? They're like, no, I'm not tracking my calories. I just want to do the intermittent fasting thing, right? It doesn't matter. I mean, you're just focusing on a very, very small element, which maybe accounts for like 5 to 10% of the results, like the whole fasting, non-fasting, even if you're not the type of person who responds well, or if you are the type of person that intermittent fasting is the best thing ever invented for you, it won't matter as much, right? There's amazing physiques being built on eating every 2 hours. There's amazing physics built on eating just 3 times a day. I mean, it is definitely not the crucial variable. The crucial variable obviously is consistency, tracking your diet, putting in like the proper macronutrients so you get your protein, get your workout in, and train really progressively and improve in the gym as well, right? That's what really matters. Like the intermittent fasting and the whole nutrient timing and all of that other stuff, it's just a small variable, which I guess given the popular marketing and all the other stuff became like a big focus for the majority of people who haven't even handled the basics, right? First handle the basics, that will give you 80-90% of the results, then start focusing on this stuff. So the bottom line for Mark in this intermittent fasting whole debate is do not do intermittent fasting if you're the kind of person that wakes up in the morning and if you're hungry. Just do your regular 3 to 4 meals a day, right? If you are the kind of person like myself, you know, I wake up in the morning, I don't have to have any food, right? I can go for about 4 or 5 hours without any food. So I might even go to the gym, you know, fasted or just having a little bit of protein, and I won't notice much of a difference in my performance. I'll still be able to operate, I'll be focused, I'll be really energized despite the fact that I didn't have any carbohydrates. However, there's another side to this story where people are just, they wake up, they're very, very hungry, and they prefer to have carbohydrates in the morning to kind of get them up. I mean, that's completely fine because you can just do that. You don't have to worry about intermittent fasting. Don't let intermittent fasting become like another crutch, same way in the past the whole 6-7 meals a day was, right? And in the evening, if you're the kind of person like me, I prefer to save some carbohydrates so I can have them right before bed, you know, because it helps me sleep better, helps me kind of, it just helps me feel better, right? And if you're that kind of person, definitely save some carbs so you can eat them at night, right? There's nothing wrong with eating carbs at night. I mean, that was one of the other things that I actually had a topic that is recently submitted to by a question, like what is carb backloading? Should I eat my carbs at night or in the morning? I mean, do whatever is convenient for you. As I said, handle the basics first. Track your calories, set up your macros. I have a video on setting up your macros. I'm going to put it down there in the link so you can check it out, how to set up your macros for either fat loss or muscle gain, and definitely implement that. Besides that, I guess the whole intermittent fasting, if you want to check out my article as well on shockingfit.com, I'm going to put a link below. I did that whole thing about 3 years ago. I tested it out on myself. It was pretty good. I mean, no difference whatsoever. I was still tracking. I was eating the same macros, same calories as I did when I was 6-7 meals a day. Not much of a difference. So I got the results despite doing the intermittent fasting. Same thing. As always, thanks for watching the AskMario show. I hope this was informative. If you like this show, if you like these videos, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you like this specific video, make sure to click the like button below. And questions, leave them as a comment. Use the hashtag AskMario, and I'll definitely get to your question. Just put it down there and we'll solve it. And thanks again. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.